Welcome to another part of Spongebob Squarepants movie game. This time we're not going over to the next level, we're actually going backwards, all the way back to the second level in fact, as we're going to be taking care of all the stuff that we couldn't do before when it came to, you know, all the ability shit and such. We have SpongeBob's final ability, which is essentially the Bobo Rocket, the Sonic Guitar, and guess what? The Sonic Wave Attack. It is a challenge here, and you just go up to the standard SpongeBob, which we have to be SpongeBob here by actually using that thing there to, you know, change to SpongeBob. And then our challenge is with one, I repeat, only one shot. You have to go through a whole gauntlet of rings all across the level until you get into a spot where you can hit a target. If you fuck up once, you fail and have to do the entire thing all over again. Now, this one isn't too bad, and the next one isn't too bad. It's the last one that is the issue, and I'm gonna be honest with you. The reason it's an issue is because this is about on the same badness level as, well, if I had to make a comparison, this is a Superman 64 thing. Hell, the rings are yellow too, and they start blinking red too, and everything. So, you know, it is very much being like Superman 64. And it's about as tough as those ring challenges, because they start off really easy and just stupid. But then again, it's the last one, and it's like a complete fucking mess that goes on way too long. And, yeah, that's what this game did. This game, for some reason, took note of Superman 64 when it came to ring challenges. Oh, by the way, I haven't upgraded this move yet. You want to know what the macho version of this is? You want to know what this does? Outside of giving you this guitar, the Goofy guitar, you can now home in on any target by pressing the R1 button. What this does is that any target that's like a second away, essentially, if you then press R1 when it starts doing the whole blinking thing to show you're targeting something, it'll then go directly to it regardless of how much time you have left. And I do mean regardless. See? Time it goes away and it goes straight for it. So this is incredibly useful. In fact, this is one of the best upgrades for these weapons from Battle Bikini Bottom, because this gives you, if you know how to use it, an additional second of time, if you can manage to use it well. It can be a little iffy, but ultimately it does help a lot, especially when it comes right down to just aiming at an enemy or aiming at a fucking target or whatever, and then hitting it from a very far distance. You not only have enough time from the 5 seconds you're given, but with that lock-on thing, you're given an additional second if you can just hit it just right for it to travel all the way over there and essentially hit your target perfectly. So yeah, it's incredibly good. Also, we finally got this ripped out of the way, and that's all this was. It was just hit the 4 buttons with the rocket, and then go for all this marshmallow shit, and there you go, that's it. That was the challenge there. Rather shit challenge, but whatever. Okay, next up we'll take care of the next Sonic Wave Guitar challenge, Bubble Boy and Baby Hunt. This one was at this area here, which luckily there is a change room right next to it. Because, you know, this is near the end, so they have to. And now all I do is start it, which, this one, it's a bit harder, but at the same time it's not that much difficult. Again, it's the last one that's gonna matter. There are some issues though. For instance, obviously boxes can get in your way. Another issue is that the fucking enemies can get in your way, and so can just anything. Anything can get in the fucking way. Literally anything. And not only that, but this game loves to be a dickhead of the rings, because it likes to position the rings in places where unless you know where they are, you're gonna miss it. You're not gonna be able to react fast enough, and you're gonna miss it. It's a really dickish move. And, yeah, unfortunately, because of this, this is essentially going to be a very, very bad thing when we get into the last of these Sonic Wave challenges, because, like I said, it's like Super Mario 64, when you get to the later ones, they are not only rather dumb and bullshit on their pathing, but also, they are way too long. The length of these ones right now are fairly long, but they're not, like, stupid-ass long, even though this one's kind of edging it a little bit. The next one, the last one, is just... it's too long. It's way too long. And the thing is, there's not even that many of these challenges in the fucking game. When it comes to these ring challenges with the fucking Sonic Wave attack, there's not many in this game. In fact, I don't even think there is even a Sonic Wave challenge in our final platforming level, which is the one that'll come next part. Like, there are only 3 of these. Also, the game is now going to try to fucking make you panic by just having it blink way before you reach it. You will reach it, it's just being a dickhead, not giving you much time to really fuck around anymore. Anyway, for the most part, go to a target and hit it and you're done. In case you're wondering, if you hit the target before you go through all the rings, it doesn't count. The ring has to be on the target to end, because the target itself is not the end point, it's just that ring. Anyway, next up, we'll be going over to, yeah, Shell City Dead Ahead. This is the one. This is the bullshit one. And not only that, but we are missing a chest here as well. And we'll be needing the rocket in order to take care of this as well. Because this might be one of the most deceiving chests in the game. Because so far, everything about this game has been rather obvious on what to do. Like, break boxes and you get a chest. Look around, you'll find a chest. Go to the mini games, I find a chest. You know, they never really like do anything like this, where you hit this bread here, and it goes down. And in fact, there are 3 of these. There is one way over here, in fact. And here is me utilizing the lock-on thing to actually reach this. See? A really good move to have. And lastly, I fuck up this bit here, but then I go right, because I know there's a bread here as well. Hit all 3 of these, and guess what? It's down. And now, we have our chest. Most people never figure this chest out. Most kids never figure this fucking chest out until way later on, by complete accident usually, or by walkthrough. So, yeah. Very deceiving, because the game never makes it obvious that those toasters, those breads, are interactable, because it's the background. Nothing about the background in any level has really been interactable until this level. And it's only at this point that it does that. After this, it's back to the backgrounds not mattering. So, the only time a chest you have to get by interacting with the background stuff. Outside of this, there's no other moments where you have to get a chest from doing this shit. So, great. Fucking fantastic game. So yeah, people didn't know much about that one, and they were not happy about that chest either. They were also not happy about how it's this tunnel here that will go down if you're doing this challenge. It's only there for this challenge, which, as you can see so far, this is going on for quite a while. In fact, I believe we are already reaching the point where, oh, by the way, nice cutoff there. We're already reaching the point where the second one would have ended by now. There's a lot more left. You're seeing how very jukey this path is? If you don't know the entire path here, you're not going to get this one done in your current run. you are going to end up failing a few times figuring out what this game is expecting from you. And it's just really bad. Oh, by the way, the level also decides to fuck with you. That starts lowering. That was never up beforehand. It's only up during this challenge like that. Also, that target's gonna deceive you because you think I'm gonna go for the target now. No, you'll fail. You have to go past it and not hit it and not hit the mic as well, like I did. And then go all the way around that and then hit it. That took for fucking ever. I hate these challenges. I do not like the Sonic Wave challenges. But now they're done. They're not the worst, but I will put them in the top 3 of worst in this game. Oh, by the way, the chests back here in this level. Remember how there were these, you know, crates here that I couldn't reach to, I couldn't break? The rocket is used for this. Use it on these, and boom, there's your chest. And there's also an enemy that I could have killed with my upgraded bowling ability. But I decided to wait until now to use the rocket on it instead. If you are lucky and can get a good angle going, you can potentially hit this with the bowling ball. But otherwise, destroy that enemy there. And hey, there's a chest now. That's not the background because it's an enemy still. But, yeah. Kill that fucker and there you go. Alright. Now it's time for me to do pretty much, I believe, the last sliding level of the game. Not Sunday Driving. Googly Eyes and, yeah, Googly Eyes and... I want to read it. Googly... Yeah, it's not Sunday Driving. Googly Eyes and Smelling Knickknacks. Thank you. So, we're doing the time trial for this one, time challenge for this, then the rain challenge, and then the macho time challenge. So, let's get straight to it. Googly Eyes and Smelling Knickknacks. Let's 100% this motherfucker and get it out of the way already. Just right now.
Wanna slide down there again?
We already made it out. Why would we want to do that?
I'll reward you.
Then duty calls.
Excellent. Slide through there faster than the allotted time, and I'll reward you.
Now, this won't take long, because I can see it's 2 minutes 30 seconds. This is the shortest level in the entire game. That is not a joke. That is not me bullshitting. This is legitimately the shortest level in the game. The ring challenge will extend this far more than the time challenges. Also, I failed. Also, that water effect there, I'll mention this right now, the water effect in this level with any version of this game is completely different every time. And I honestly prefer the water texture, the water effect going on in this version over all the others. It looks so much better than a lot of the other ones that are either a texture or just garbage. In fact, the GameCube version is absolute garbage. The Xbox version is better than the PS2 version, but I would say the PS2 version is in the middle, whereas the GameCube version is just... oh, it's bad. It's got frame rate issues, it's got fucking cutscene issues, it's got texture issues. It's got so many problems. I don't like it. So yeah, I had to choose either this version or the Xbox version, and this is the version I grew up with, so I'm doing this version. However, if you were to play this game yourself, I would recommend the Xbox version because the audio is better, and ultimately the game looks better in a sense. So that should do you better if you want to play this game. Play on Xbox. Otherwise, PS2's fine, honestly. Don't do GameCube though, GameCube sucks. Anyway, yeah, this one was super easy because outside of that one mistake I made, actually, outside of like 2 mistakes I made, because I was trying to be fucking fancy with this shit and I failed. I did make it through, I did complete this, and with that, we got that done. The rain challenge will extend this a lot more, but these time challenges are going to be kind of jokes.
Wow, faster than expected. Here's your reward.
Woohoo!
Are you up for another challenge?
I think we've jumped through enough hoops for you, Mindy.
Then how about jumping through rings instead?
All right.
And she stops talking for some reason. Okay. Also, I'm sorry for cutting out SpongeBob for a second. That was by accident. I end up cutting out Mindy here afterwards by accident. I did some stupid accidents here of the cutscene skipping because there are moments where I keep thinking it's gonna be over, and it's not. It's just kind of dumb of me. I'm sorry. Anyway, this ring challenge, it just tries to extend this pretty much artificially. Luckily, the pathing here isn't an absolute pain in the ass. But yeah, I'm not a fan of this either way, because the biggest issue of this comes down to just how long this goes for, in that they just want you to go all the way around. They are deliberately wasting your time, in a sense, with this one. So, going this way. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, I failed it. I'm so glad I kept that in. Okay, so the audio fucked up. That was funny. I don't know how I managed to do that, but the audio just, it overlaid and had a panic attack, so that's great. Anyway, this one isn't too hard. It's just I gotta make sure I know where the path is and not screw it up, and if I don't screw it up, then it's pretty easy. Afterwards will be the Manly Time Challenge, which is not gonna last long at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and just bring up the fucking times already. Alright? I'm gonna bring up the dev times, gonna bring up all the bullshit, and we're gonna go from there. Otherwise, when it comes right down to this, it's one of the easiest challenges in the game. This ring challenge and everything is, when it comes to the sliding stuff, when it comes to any of the racing stuff, one of the easiest to me. I never really have an issue with this one, except for Melee Time, until I realize how the pathing is, like what the path is. When you look at what the path actually is, this becomes a joke. The dev times, we'll get to it when we get to it, but yeah, just know that this is not that hard. Though you might struggle a bit on, you know, beating the dev time and even beating the world record time, because these times, oh boy, they're pretty small.
I guess practice makes perfect. You've earned this. Come to prove you're a manly man?
If not, we're gonna get sand kicked in our face at the beach.
And towels shoved in our mouths. Again.
Well, don't worry. If you beat the manly time down the slide, you'll be the manliest man on the beach. Except for him.
Okay, the Manly Time. It's 1 minute 50 seconds, which will be easy for me to handle. You know what's not easy to handle is the dev time and also the world record time. So the dev time for this is 1 minute 23 seconds, and the world record is held by Julie Voyer and oh, I'm gonna fuck this up, aren't I? Kyoaku Nakira, which is 1 minute and 2 seconds. So yeah, that is how far low this is. Almost under a minute long, people have been able to get through this. So that's quite surprising. Of course, the biggest issue is how the fuck did they get up here so quickly, because it took me like a minute to get up here. I don't know. Again, I'm not looking up any of the, you know, world record runs and such. I'm not looking up what the route is for that. I am sincerely just going forward and doing this instead. My best guess is that they deliberately bailed at some point. They deliberately did a bail, and that let them teleport over to the red line here. Also, you can do that. So when I did that, I wanted to show off, and it actually worked my first go, so I was really happy about that, and so I got to show it to you. And yeah, I beat this. I could have still beat this if I didn't do that, but hey, I want to be fancy, so fuck it. There you go, beat it, first try.
Congratulations! Here's your reward.
Oh boy!
You've come back here looking for more stuff?
I'm kind of getting used to the place.
Great! Then go ahead and beat your best time.
And that is it for this part. We did all the backtrack we needed to worry about. As for all of the, you know, the races here with the paddy wagon, I'm not doing them yet. We'll get to them. But right now, that is going to be it for this part. Next time, we're doing our final platforming level. We're doing Women to Play Topless Minions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.